Morning, and then we were struggling to deliver. Our apologies on our end.
But hey, we figured it out. So, all right. Now the question is, who should we do first?
Uh, Anybody. Who do you guys want us to do first? Which character do you want us to do first?
I mean, should we just start with Harry? He's the main character,
Yeah,
and
we
we'll go from there. Because I'm gonna be honest, Harry just isn't that intriguing of a character to me. Like, I know we wouldn't have the story if it wasn't for Harry, but he's also like not that interesting of a character.
What?
I'm sorry, there are a lot of characters that are way more interesting.
What? It just died. What just died?
Oh, well, the stream died. It's good on our end, so
Yeah,
I can't do anything.
the stream looks good here. Um Dennis said Harry is overrated. Now it's back. Okay, now it's back.
I mean, I 100%. I think Harry's a bit overrated. I think they're way more interesting characters
The other
in the
day,
entire
some
series.
Potterheads were shipping Snape and Narcissa. Okay,
Ooh
I
la
think
la.
I think Harry is overrated. I hate all ships. Um, I love Harry.
You
I think he's great.
why?
He is so full of love. He's smart. He just goes for it. He's a little bit stubborn sometimes. Um, he's got a good gut and intuitive. He's a great main character.
You might as well just say, "Oh, he has a great personality."
He's an average wizard. I wouldn't put him in my top 30 most powerful magical people. And I think he's in over his head. I never said he was the most magical, but I think he's got great heart.
Yeah. So yeah,
Harry,
he has
I
a great
like Harry.
personality. Yep. You tried,
Um,
Harry.
Shipping is when you support two characters getting together romantically
That are just not
that
together.
aren't together. So let's say prior to Deathly Hallows, if you were a Ron Hermione shipper, you would be supporting Ron and Hermione getting together before they did. Stream ended. What? Uh, all right. Did the stream drop for anyone else? Cause oh my jeez, it's getting a little silly. I'm just throwing it out there. It's getting a little silly right now. It came back. Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna
okay.
say.
They had
All
to
right.
enter and exit. All right.
Maybe it's because we restarted. I don't know.
Whatever. If
Either
it's
way.
good now, hopefully. Oh, woof. What a struggle. Um. Okay. Harry's also funny. Can we just? Harry is very funny.
But he's not the funniest.
He's pretty funny.
Harry is like average. Like, I
He's
understand the story couldn't happen without Harry, but the whole time we're going through the story, I'm just looking at all these other side characters like, ooh, I would want to know more about them. I wish we could follow them. Like, I would totally read a entire book about just Hagrid and his like late night activities down in Nocturne Alley and looking for different animals and breeding different animals.
But I think that's the whole point of the story is he's ordinary but capable of the extraordinary, but not on his own. He needs the support of other people because that's how people work.
Yeah, so he's like he's average. So like on this ranking, I would probably put him
Is this best characters or favorite characters?
Best.
Best characters.
Favorite is too subjective.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I would probably put Harry like in the B category.
What?
Like
So low?
like
He's brilliantly crafted.
I would put him in C, but he's our main character.
I would put him right at the top.
No.
Maybe not a few
All right,
years ago,
I'll
but
say,
I would
I'll
would
say
put him at the top.
I will go as far as A, but he is not an S rank character.
I think he is.
No.
What?
No. He is definitely an A.
My God, no way.
I mean
Hi,
like I
Tom.
said,
Welcome.
I would say B, but
I don't agree, but if we have to compromise, I guess we can put him there.
well, look, I said B, you said he's
S tier for
tier.
sure.
So we'll meet in the middle. We'll say A. I don't know. What does everyone else think? Where would you put Harry?
All right, yeah. What do you guys think?
Because I think I'm being generous with this.
He's really cheeky and sometimes pure annoying. Wow. I like
we
the
talking
cheekiness.
about order Harry? Because yes,
Love sassy Harry. Love sassy Harry. Harry for the win. He has his problems, mainly related to the Cho storyline. I love the Cho storyline. It's so funny. It's so funny to see him be so bad and awkward with girls. It cracks me up. He's like, he's Harry Potter, but like he can't go on a date because he doesn't know what he's doing. I think it's funny.
It's too cringe sometimes.
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was great.
But yeah, I think A.
You don't need to call me sir, Professor. Ah, such an all-timer. So good. I love Sassy Harry.
Sassy Harry is great, but it doesn't make up for anything else. Like I said, if the books weren't called Harry Potter, he would be a forgettable character. That's my opinion.
Are we looking from an overall point of view, or are we looking at it from a general point of view? Isn't that kind of the same thing?
I guess kind of.
This is just... it's kind of like overall throughout the series, all the characters, like who we think are the best characters and who we think are the worst characters. Like as in, love this character, hate this one. They are bad. They are great. This one's really annoying. This one's really awesome. That very, very loose. We're going loose with it.
Should we move on to the next character? I haven't heard any complaints about where we put Harry, so I'm gonna say
no. Just from me, I guess.
all right. So why don't we go next to
Dudley.
Dudley?
I would put Dudley in Big D.
Big D. He's just gotta, right?
That's where I would put Dudley.
Yeah. You know, I pretty much agree. I think D or C. Because, like, overall, he's an awful person, but you gotta give him some leeway because he was taught that. And he does kind of have a redemption arc, somewhat. You know, we know that after the stories, him and Harry are cool with each other.
Well, we know in Hallows, like he left a cup of tea for Harry. He tells him he doesn't think he's a waste of space. Harry, for Dudley, he shifts in his judgment and his ideas. Um, so for that, I don't put him all the way at the bottom,
Definitely not the bottom.
but I'd put him in D because he's pretty rotten for most of the series.
Yeah. I might I think I would
Maybe
honestly
maybe C because he's rotten, but he is not the worst.
I would put him in C, but for the memes, we got to put him in D. Big
Just
D.
because we got to put him in Big D. All right,
He's got to be Big D.
all right, fair enough.
How was that diet coming through?
Uh, he was the size of a baby killer whale. Great description.
Honestly, he's a crappy character, but as a character, I do really like him.
He's very well written character.
Anytime
Just
Dudley
can't
is
stand him.
on the page, something funny is about to happen.
That's true, and you're gonna get great lines from Harry.
All right, let's stick with the theme, and we will go with another Dursley. Petunia or Vernon?
Doesn't matter to me. Petunia. How do we feel about Petunia?
Petunia. E. If there was an F, I would put her in F. There is no redemption for her.
She almost says something to Harry at the end, but then just can't bring herself to do it.
Yeah.
She
And,
just can't.
and she has like no true reason to hate Harry or anything. She's just awful.
She's pretty terrible. She's pretty awful.
Like the reason why Vernon and Dudley hate wizards so much is because of her. Like she is the catalyst for all the hate within the Dursley family.
Yeah. She does agree to take him though, which is very funny.
Yeah, as freaking
And
Dumbledore, threatens her.
yeah, she almost got rid of him. She's pretty terrible.
Petunia gets an F. I'm tempted to just throw her off the screen.
Oh wow, real bad. Real bad.
What? Do you not agree? Like,
She's pretty awful. No, she's pretty awful. In some ways she's worse than Vernon. Um
100%, because she has experience with the wizarding world, so I'm assuming that, most of Vernon's hate comes from what she has told him.
oh, I'm sure of it.
Like, there may have been a chance where Vernon wasn't so hateful.
I mean, I'm sure he would have definitely been uncomfortable with wizards in general. Like, I don't think he would have liked wizards in general, but I don't think he would have the level of distaste for it that he does because of Petunia. What? Um, she she definitely infused within him some hatred and anger and jealousy. Yeah, she did keep him, extending the bond of blood magic. Um, it's like the one thing she did for her sister, but then she proceeded to treat him terribly for the entire time he lived there.
I was going to say, does one good thing counteract a lifetime
No,
of torture
no, she was
and
awful.
awfulness?
No, not even a little bit.
Now, Vernon, I got to put him on an E too.
Yeah, you're gonna give him
Like,
an E.
I think he's deserving of an E. I would put him above Petunia, but I can't give him any more than an E. Because, like I said, I think
He is really, really awful to Harry.
yeah,
He is truly awful to Harry.
yeah, and I take that back. He probably would be an F too. Just, I think even if he didn't hate Harry for being a wizard, he would just hate Harry. Period.
Probably.
And he's still an awful person. So yeah, he's down here. He can get the F treatment, but an E.
because we don't have any lower tier. Yeah, he does. That's a good point. He enjoys yelling at his employees. He enjoys belittling people and making them feel small.
He's a true
That's
boss.
yep. Dunning Kruger probably big time in effect at Grunnings where they make drills.
Sorry, I'm just looking up the next
You're good.
person.
I needed to take a drink, so that's my bad.
All right, so there are the Dursleys, all awful people, all on the bottom. D and E's. Uh, wait, where do you think we should go from here? How about Hagrid?
Okay. All right. Oh, the best picture of Hagrid ever. Hagrid. How does everyone feel about Hagrid?
S tier.
I knew you were going to say that.
I don't need to say any more. S tier.
Why?
Hagrid is amazing. He helps Harry through everything. He loves animals. He's just a big teddy bear. What's not to love about Hagrid?
Maybe an alcoholic.
Yeah, but he's one of those I love you man alcoholics, so it's
That's
okay.
fair. Hagrid gets an S because I shouldn't have said that.
That's right. Hagrid is easily S tier.
Hagrid is like fan favorite. Um, he does talk shit about Slytherins though, and I don't like that. I'm just saying.
I mean, kinda. He. If anyone can talk shit, it's him. A Slytherin ruined his life.
But then you're gonna just assume all other Slytherins.
He's traumatized.
He's also low key kind of racist against Muggles.
We don't know that,
He says some stuff about Muggles sometimes that's
but
just
it's usually about the Dursleys.
he generalizes Muggles a lot.
Mostly the Dursleys that cause it.
Um,
I don't know if he's racist about centaurs. No, I don't
against the
think so.
centaurs when they don't give info properly, and he gets annoyed at Olymp. I don't think he's racist at the centaurs. He's just frustrated by how they speak. I don't think it's racist what he says.
I can't really remember.
He does kind of talk about Muggles though, like they're lesser than wizards sometimes. You get that vibe. Those are just his flaws. Doesn't mean he's not a great character.
But I mean, what other Muggles has he had interactions with? You know, other than the Dursleys.
Yeah, that's true. He's like too big to go out in public.
Exactly. So I think he probably does have bigoted views towards Muggles, but that's only because the Dursleys are like the example set for him.
Even a lot of witches and wizards feel that way about Muggles, not just him.
Well, yeah, we know that's like the main story. We got Voldemort over here, the Malfoys.
I'm fine with putting Hagrid up there, though. I was just playing devil's advocate a little bit. Hagrid's great. I don't think he's in my top 10 all time favorites, but he is a great character.
We had a rank above S. I would put him there.
Wow. Okay. I don't know if I'd. I don't. I mean, he does call Filch a squib.
Filch is a jerk, though.
Filch is a jerk.
Like, who was a jerk first? We also have to look at that. Maybe Hagrid is just retaliating.
The ruddy stargazers thing, I think it's rude. It's not a nice thing to say, but I think he's very frustrated by the centaurs because they're so cryptic, and Hagrid is not good at nuanced conversation.
Sure, Umbridge. Then she just talks really slow and it works.
He heard everything she had to say for sure. Can you not? Can you just stop being so annoying?
Speaking of which, why don't we go over to
Bridge.
Dolores.
It is bright tonight.
Dolores Umbridge.
E.
Oh, extraordinary.
I would rank her above the Dursleys though, because I just don't like the Dursleys whatsoever. But at least Dolores is so bad, like you appreciate her as a villain.
I would put her all the way at the top. She is a brilliantly crafted character.
I guess if we're talking about how the character, you're right. We're talking about like how the character is crafted.
No, because the Dursleys are awful people. This is subjective. It's hard. Are we doing this by how well the characters are written? That's hard though, because all the characters are well written. It's just whether or not you like them.
Yeah.
So, um, anyway,
Yeah, Umbridge is a hard one because she is well written.
she's awful though. She's so awful. She is the worst. What do you like a cough drop, Dolores?
I put her on the bottom basically because I would put Voldemort above her though. No, actually, I would put her above Voldemort. Talking about how well written the characters are.
Dan, we are currently working on a Umbridge project, so stay tuned for that. I mean, if we're going based on how awful they are,
Pinky faced Toad. I mean, that's pretty much what she is.
she's horrible. There's nothing redeeming about Dolores Umbridge. She is awful.
Yeah.
Like pure awful. She's like everyday evil. She's like the evil that keeps the machine running evil.
She's that one lady in your office evil.
That too. Everyone knows an Umbridge. That's what makes her so bad.
Just modern day, we know them as Karens.
That's the Muggle version.
She basically came to Hogwarts and was like, I want to speak to your manager.
Yeah.
Trick question. I am the manager now, bitch. So where are we putting her? Because she's either S rank or E.
What do you
Because
think?
she's so well written, but she's just awful.
Where would you guys put her?
Where would you put Dolores Umbridge? Would you put her on the top or the bottom?
Some actual costs there, huh? And some struggles in.
I know. Actually,
C or D?
I'm actually like, I think she's worse than some of the other characters. Umbridge was a Slytherin. Dan.
Yep.
To answer your question.
She was a Slytherin. Even though she's not a pureblood. Not really.
She's not a pureblood.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that whole Selwyn crap. Get out of here.
Right? Slytherin's locket.
This is for Selwyn.
I am struggling. I'm like losing my voice right now. I don't know why.
Don't care how interesting she was. She
We
deserves
got
to
two
be
votes
with
for the
Petunia.
very bottom.
All right.
So we can put her at the very bottom. Umbridge, all the way down here. Absolutely terrible.
Look at that.
Awful.
Happy little family. Dursleys and Umbridge.
All getting along.
How happy Vernon is just sandwiched in between his ladies. You know,
Yeah.
finding all the images for all the characters, I realized how many characters there are. Like, yeah,
I bet you probably didn't even get all of them.
I didn't. Like, I feel like we might have to do a second one of these if we don't get through them all.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, because
Do a
this is kind of taking a
part
hot
two.
minute. But that's okay. We could do a part
Because
2.
you guys reminded me, I didn't even remember to get one of Friends. None of the Centaurs.
Yeah, you'd have to get like art images for those.
It's in the...
He's in the first movie, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there
We
are
could
some
just do
like
some art for him.
fringe characters. Um, oh, oh my God, easy S tier all the way. Absolutely,
Hedwig,
Hedwig S tier. If there was anything above S, she would go there.
true MVP.
Yes, Hedwig. Fight me on that.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a quick answer.
Hedwig, absolutely right to the top. She is loyal. She is loving. Harry is sometimes not the best pet owner, but she still loves him anyway. She does all the post well. She bites Ron and Hermione until they get him presents. Hedwig is the best.
Died too young.
I'm still not over it. Rest in peace, Hedwig. Love you, Hedwig.
Get out of here.
Hedwig B, yeah. Not even here for that noise.
A character that doesn't even speak, but then you get emotionally connected to. I think that's a pretty well written character.
Hedwig, you were the best.
That was just kind of a joke one, but I thought we had to include Hedwig in there.
I would have been upset if you didn't put Hedwig in there. You have to.
Okay, let's see what character next. How about we'll do a little off-brand character.
Rita Skeeter. How does everyone feel about Rita Skeeter?
Well, I know we talked about it. She doesn't have enough screen time in the movies.
No, she does not have enough screen time in the movies. She is way more fun in the books. There's a lot more there in the books.
You only see Beetle Skeeter.
I know you never get that in that movie.
See the evil side of Hermione.
Yeah, the kind of what if Hermione went bad? Like, ugh.
Feel bad for Ron if he ever makes her mad.
Oh my God, yeah. Is he gonna end up with um permanent marks on his face? If he ever cheated on
Hermione's
Hermione,
name written on his forehead.
if he ever cheated on her, he would say cheat right across his forehead.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, oh. Rita's great. She's a great character. She's terrible. She like tricked Bathilda Backshot into telling her all that stuff about Dumbledore. She published that interview because she had to publish that interview because Hermione was keeping her in a jar.
Hermione's a psychopath.
She.
Why didn't we include Hermione in our psychopath discussion? It's all about Voldemort. Let's do the undercover psychopath, Hermione.
She like yellow journalism, like she out and out almost lies in her articles, pretty much, you know, like sensationalizes everything. She's terrible.
Twisted person, 100%.
Oh yeah, she is.
I mean, honestly, I would probably put her middle of the road.
So would you say Dudley is worse than Rita Skeeter?
B or C. Yeah, because Rita Skeeter was just always trying to get a story and didn't care, who was in her way. Dudley was just mean for the sake of being mean.
He was raised badly too.
That too.
But I mean, I think Dennis makes a good point though that like because of Rita Skeeter, Hermione was getting like threats in the mail.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, like that was not good.
A tough one.
Yeah. So is Rita worse or a little bit better than Dudley?
I think she's a little bit better. At the end of the day, she was just focused on getting the story, and then obviously there were terrible consequences that happened from that, but she never was malicious on purpose. Well, maybe a little bit, but
she wasn't malicious in the sense that she wanted to like get Hermione. It was malicious in the sense that she
Didn't consider.
She didn't consider what the consequences would be for the people she wrote the stories about. All she cared about was
Yeah, but she didn't do it to hurt Hermione or anyone.
she did it to sell papers.
Exactly.
So
Dudley was just cruel to be cruel. So I would put her just above.
Dudley did redeem himself, though. Rita Skeeter didn't. No, bad. Sorry.
So where
Sorry.
are we thinking?
Um,
I'm saying probably C. Yeah,
we can put her there.
I think she's C. She's a little bit better than Dudley.
And Dan is saying she was very malicious on purpose. Rita was actually awful. She did do it to get to Hermione. Hermione challenged her in public and she said she'd get her for it.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean Hermione was on to her.
You do have a point. Dudley had a character arc, but Rita was just awful all the way through.
That's what I mean. Dudley did redeem himself at the end.
Yeah.
So maybe we should put her lower. Not all the way down there, but like maybe neck and neck.
Neck and neck with Dudley?
Either that or maybe move Dudley up one.
You want to do that? Move Dudley up?
Let's move Dudley up one. Because at the end of the day, Dudley is also a kid. Rita is an adult.
Yeah, you got me there.
Like, Dudley is a child who needs to grow up and get out of his parents' house and figure it out. Rita is an adult. She should know better.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care.
What? I mean, why care when you can sell papers?
That's what I mean. And make money. And give people Veritaserum and whatnot. Like, you know.
I feel like we've been doing all the awful characters. What character should we do? I want to do let's do a good character. You want to know? This one will cause some discussion.
All right, here we go. Here's a juicy one. How does everyone feel about Draco Malfoy?
I feel like he is probably our first B. Like, he's evil-ish.
He's evil.
His actions are evil.
I think he's evil like his parents are evil. I think, and I'm trying to think, like, when I read the books, like, I do feel sorry for Draco, especially in book 6. Like, I feel sorry for him. Um, but like I never really hated him. I never really loved him. Like he's some people's favorite character. You know, like people really love Draco. I think it's because of Tom Felton, but yeah, Draco's just kind of there. He's a great bully character. He's a great foil for Harry. He has a great character arc. But I wouldn't put him on the same level as Harry. So I would say B is good.
B.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like middle ground. He's either B or C, but I think he's better than Dudley.
You think he's better than
no, I might put him like maybe the same with Dudley because they're in the same boat where they're both cruel.
Bullies. They're bullies,
but it's
to other
because
people.
They're kids and they're following in the footsteps of their parents.
That's true. Draco is very much a product of his upbringing. Although I would hazard to say that Draco is more cruel.
That's true.
Much more prejudiced. But like we don't know what Dudley was like at school, so I guess we can't say that. I mean, he wasn't a gang and he was beating up other kids, so I guess yeah, they're very much the same actually. Draco just got way in over his head.
Exactly. So
And had more redemption, I think, than
Dudley.
Dudley.
So
Dudley. We can put him in B.
B or
Uh,
I mean, he also was kind of a little bit worse than Dudley because he brought all the Death Eaters to Hogwarts.
he was going to try to kill Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
So maybe he had
I
a
don't
little
know. I
bit.
just feels bad for him.
You can't feel bad.
I do. I feel bad.
I'm gonna
for
put him
Draco
on the same
Malfoy.
of Dudley as Dudley because he was worse, but he had more of a redemption arc than Dudley did.
Yeah,
They're very similar.
Draco is B. Great, but I would have liked more written about him. That's Dan's opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like honestly, he's
He's a
probably
more interesting character.
He-
He's more interesting. He goes
I mean,
through
he's
more
really
growth.
like there, right? Like he's in between B and C, but
Yeah.
because I think there are more characters that I would put in B before Draco. But who knows? We moved Dudley. We
did
might
move
find
Dudley.
out that he is B.
Let's put him in C for now and see what happens when we do other characters.
Aha, let's see what you did there. But hey, C is average, you know.
Yeah.
B is acceptable. C is average.
We should have done OWL. OE.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Sorry. I was at work, so
Wizarding levels.
yeah. My bad.
Let's stick with the Malfoys. Why not?
Hey. Akash says, hey. I said, hey back. C is too low for Draco if Dudley is there, due to page time. I get that argument. That's why, like, we'll
For the
move
sake
them.
of argument, we'll put him in B, and if we decide to move him lower, we can move him lower.
Fair enough. Yeah, he just gets a lot more page time than Dudley, so you just get a lot more there. All right, everyone. How do we feel about Papa Malfoy?
Papa Malfoy. Very awful.
If this was about looks, way at the top.
I think of all the
Just saying.
Malfoys, he has the least redemption.
He's awful.
He's just awful all the way through, even when he's Voldemort's bitch.
He's corrupt. He's malicious. He's prejudiced. He's.
Even when Voldemort snaps his wand.
I mean,
I wish I could have. It just would have been funny to see that. Just, his wand explodes when he fights Harry, and he just comes back to Lucius. Here's your wand back. He just drops a pile of splinters.
Just would have been so upset.
But
So upset.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. What else are you gonna say? You gonna be mad at Dumbledore or Voldemort for breaking your wand?
I mean, I'm sure he was. But
Oh yeah, but well, no, he can't even think that because Voldemort can invade his mind.
yeah, that's true.
He's got to be real careful. Oh, there's no winning. Dan goes, no, we will not insult women by calling Lucius Lucy. Yeah, Lucius is pretty terrible. And look at what he puts look at his actions and how they affect his family.
Yeah.
It's very like Lucius and Draco is very much the play out of the sins of the father.
100%.
He's awful.
To be fair though, I would probably put him in an E. No, you know what? He tries to kill Harry. Yeah, I'd probably put him F2. I forgot. Yeah, the Avada Kedavra and Dobby. I know it's a movieism, but still.
No, it doesn't count. It's a movieism. That's not canon.
You know what? Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's not canon. It doesn't count. But
We
he,
will have to put it up to a poll, okay?
I mean, the prophecy. Did you put Nagini in here?
no.
Why?
I told you I missed some characters.
Put Nagini in there. I want to do it now that I can't do Nagini.
I mean, we can. I just got to get an image up.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Mama Malfoy.
Mama Malfoy.
I would probably put her with Rita Skeeter, honestly.
I'd put her one higher.
She did, lie to Voldemort for Harry.
She lied to Voldemort for Harry. She begged Snape to help her son. Begged him. And I think at that point, when once everything happened with the prophecy in book 5, I think she was like,
Everything that happened in book 5, what?
after everything happened with book 5 with the prophecy, I think she was done. Like, done with Voldemort, done with everything, just wanted her family, and that was it.
Yeah.
And wanted to be done with it all.
So, I mean, I feel like you got to give her one placement just because Harry would have died
Yeah,
if it wasn't for her.
The power of a mother's love, yeah, for sure. I'd put her, but she is also still prejudiced, corrupt, all of those things. She is still very much all of those things.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's got to be at the bottom. I'm just saying.
I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't put her as low as Lucius, though.
Yeah, better than Lucius.
Yeah.
Seems to be a trend here. All the parents are way down at the bottom.
The ones that we have met are they kind of stink.
I mean, we could switch it up and go with some parents that don't stink.
Some good parents. All right, let's do some good parents this time.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no, you lost it.
It went off the screen.
I know, it was in a weird spot. Come back. There we go.
Molly Wobbles.
Molly Wobbles. How do we feel about Molly Wobbles?
I would probably put her in an A tier.
I'd put her in A.
Until the Battle of Hogwarts. With her and that was some fucking S tier action, just saying.
It was pretty badass.
Molly is the top.
Molly is the top.
S. I think it's A or S. She's a difficult one.
I would put her in A just because I love her, but she's not my favorite. She's not in my top favorites.
Yeah, but I mean, honest, everything she does for Harry.
She is like his mom. She does a lot for Harry.
That's what I mean.
That's my all right, we can put her at the top. But
she does all that for Harry after you have her doing all this for her own 9 kids.
She judges Fleur real harsh though.
Yeah.
And Dennis actually makes a good point. When that article that Rita wrote about Hermione came out, Mrs. Weasley believed Rita about Hermione.
Make a mistake.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
It wasn't like she, was like, Hermione can't come over anymore.
No, but she sent those Easter eggs, and Harry and Ron got really big ones, and Hermione got a little one. It was kind of rude. And she's not very nice to Fleur for a long time. I'm just throwing that out there. She's very protective mom in that way.
Oh, 100%.
But you can put her at the top. That's fine. She's an A for me, but we can put her in the top.
Little defects.
I know, those are nitpicks. She's a great mother. She's a great cook. Her love.
She goes out of her way for a child that isn't even hers.
Yeah, she really does.
He was.
What is it? The fourth book where after Cedric died, Mrs. Weasley hugs him, and Harry knew like this is what the hug of a mother felt like, and he just cries into her arms, and he's never had a hug from a mom like that
Yeah.
before. Like, oh, that crushes me.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Arthur
Another S tier.
Arthur Weasley.
I don't think anyone can argue with the S
No,
tier.
Arthur's
Arthur.
fantastic. Absolutely up there. All the way. He's wonderful.
He's not only just a great parent, he's funny. You know,
It's hilarious.
I
For
wanna
someone who works with muggles, though, he really
I'm-
doesn't know a lot about them.
I'm a little reserved on saying that he's intelligent. Because, I mean, obviously he probably is, but at the same time, some of the stuff he talks
He
about,
can
it's
figure
like,
out the muggle money. Like,
Yeah.
My dude.
but still. the
Oh,
guy.
no. Arthur's awesome. He's absolutely fantastic. He's just so fun.
Exactly.
He's so much fun. And to his credit, like he tries with the Dursleys. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah, that's kind of Fred and George. I mean, if you were the Dursleys, that's one of the times where, as the Dursleys, like I understand them freaking out.
Yeah. That was one of the times where like when I was a kid I read it as really funny, and then I read it as an adult. The first time I read Goblet as an adult, I felt like I get why the Dursleys are scared. Like this is scary for them. I get it. And then that thing happens with the toffee. I'd be like, yeah, I could see why they don't like magic. Their experiences with it have all been terrible. Like,
But,
so, hi Amber.
well, I mean that
Welcome.
that one instance is where I kind of agree with the Dursleys.
Oh,
like,
but when Dumbledore comes and roasts them, that's fantastic. They deserved that shit.
oh, 100%. Speaking of, well, we'll continue on.
The Weasley train.
Weasley train. Fred and George, because we can't choose just one of them. They come in a package deal.
Not anymore.
You stop that.
I'd put him at A.
Would you say that the package is half off? All right, I'm done now. Sorry.
I'd put him in A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
They're great, but they're not the best. They're very funny. They're very smart. They're very capable. They're great wizards.
I think if they had
But-
more time, if we had more time with them,
They-
they
yeah,
could
they
be
just-
S tier.
They just don't have a lot of page time. I'd put him in A.
Yeah, 100% A.
Still think Harry needs to go at the top, but that's fine. He's
He got the most page time, and I still care about more characters more than him.
I reread the books, the more I love Harry so much. It's very strange. The more I read every time I go back and reread them, I love Harry more and more and more. So at this point in my life, I'm like, nope. Harry, top 10. Absolutely top 10 favorites.
Top 10?
I would put Harry in my top 10 now. Ask me like
Think about it. He might be in my top 10.
ask me in ask me 5-6 years ago, I wouldn't have said Harry was in my top 10, but I don't know. I think he's up there now. Top 10 for sure. No, there's no fault to the twins. I just don't think they're as great as everyone else. They're good. They're not. I don't know.
They're like their own person. Like the people we have on top are their own person, but then they also provide like support for other people. Like look at all of our S tier. Hagrid, you know, he's a great person all by himself, but
These are also all individuals who are vital to Harry's support system.
exactly. But since it's seen from Harry's point of view, we kind of see the people who supported him. So,
which I mean,
and Fred and George
they
kind of do that, but
like they give
more
him the
in-
Marauders
yeah.
map. But Harry helps them by giving them all of his winnings. Like, Yeah, I just
But it's not on the same tier
they're
as
just not
like
the same caliber as like Arthur and Hagrid.
yeah, or Molly taking him in and being a mother to him.
Yeah. I agree with that.
All right, let's get to one of the other golden trios.
Of course,
Since we're on Weasleys, we'll do a
Gotta-
little Ron Weasley.
Ron. We're kind of just so we're rating based on
kind of everything.
Just kind of
based on like the characters' virtues, how well they're written, and just how big of a part to the story they play.
so like Umbridge is brilliantly written, but she is horrible. So she goes on the bottom.
She's just that horrible that it drags her down to the bottom.
Um all right, what do you think Ron deserves? Where would you put Ron?
I want to say Ron is probably
We're getting a lot. Ron is controversial. Some people are like, A, he abandons Harry too much. He has jealousy issues. Love Ron, S tier, but it's got to be book Ron. And then, oh, no, B, Ron gets a
yeah,
B.
we're talking about book.
Yeah, this is book characters. We're
If
not
we're
talking about the movies.
movie Ron, he's a D.
Yeah, if this was the films,
He does nothing.
Yeah, if this was the films, he'd be bottom rung for sure.
After
but
the
this is
second
books.
movie, he doesn't do anything but stand in the background and watch Hermione and Harry talk.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's welcome, Catherine. We are doing great. How are you? Glad you could make it.
Yeah, I want to say he's probably A.
You think so?
Yeah,
I love Ron.
I do too.
I love Ron so much. He's so funny. And he struggles with his jealousy, but he is, at the end of the day, always just so. He is loyal to Harry.
He is. But
He
like
really
one
is.
of the virtues that I got to give him is that he isn't the smartest, but he tends to come up with the right answer 9 times out of 10. Even when Harry and Hermione can't figure it out.
He sees things sometimes that Ron and Hermione can't see.
Yeah.
But he's essential to the he needs he needs to balance out Harry and Hermione.
He's also just a funny character. Like
He is. He's just a funny
anytime
dude.
he enters the scene, like it's just a fun time.
Yeah. Ron's great. I
So
mean, if
there's a
Harry's an
different one.
I would put Ron in A too.
See, that's
but I would move Harry up. But so now Dan is saying I'd put him in B. There's a lot of stupidity. Early on he's good, getting things Hermione doesn't, but later he's a dunce. I don't think so.
Somewhat. Like he makes bad decisions, but I think that's why I would put him in A rather than S.
I think
Maybe-
Ron, the middle why he's like that is he's trying to figure stuff out. That's Ron's issue, is he's trying to figure stuff out. He's going through like a low period,
Right.
in like book 5
And if we put
6.
Draco in B,
Ron
who is
Draco are-
90% an asshole and 10% redemption, and meanwhile Ron is like 90% great guy and 10% asshole.
That's true. I think you'd have to put Harry. I think if you're gonna put Harry in A, you got to put Ron in A. Then
All right, that's fair. I feel like that's a good compromise because he's definitely not quite S tier.
I would put Harry higher, but I mean if Harry's there, but I wouldn't put him lower. I wouldn't put him with Malfoy either. You know what I mean? So where we're at right now, that's where I'd put him.
I feel like if we put Harry and Ron though in A tier, then Hermione.
We're gonna
She,
just do Hermione. Let's just do
she's
Hermione.
because I can't talk about where I would put Ron without talking about Hermione. So we'll just do Hermione next because that's the issue. Is I kind of would put Hermione. Hermione might be. She's difficult too. I would almost put her S tier. Yeah. Just because, like,
She's fucking brilliant.
Harry and Ron would have died
so many
so
times
many
without
times without her.
Just literally, someone said they would have died in book 1 without
That's
Hermione.
what I'm saying. I think Hermione's S tier.
Without Hermione, there wouldn't be a series because Harry would have died in book 1.
Yeah.
Hermione's shoulders must be aching. She carries so hard. Hermione is phenomenal. She really is. She's
She
brilliant.
makes up for her psychopathic tendencies.
She does make some stupid decisions, though. She really does.
She does, but way more good decisions.
She can also be very insensitive to other people's emotions.
Well, that's other people's problems, I guess.
I'm just saying she can be insensitive sometimes. Like with Lavender Brown's rabbit, that was pretty rude, Hermione.
Lavender Brown's eyeing her man.
This was book 3.
Maybe she liked him then.
This is still book 3. Come on now. Yeah, the devil's snare thing. I haven't got any wood. I can't light a fire. Are you a witch or not? Hermione has the emotional range of a teaspoon. Sometimes she really does miss the boat. And, like, Luna, she's not that nice to Luna sometimes, too. Like, she gets frustrated with Luna and lets it show big time. Yeah. But we can put her up at the,
I think everyone has that with Luna when they first meet them. And also, Luna is very much the polar opposite of Hermione.
Yeah, I know.
It's like trying to mix water and oil. It just doesn't happen.
Such opposites. I know, there's such opposites.
I think she deserves an S tier.
It's almost OP.
Yeah.
Like, she is a little bit. But she also does keep a human prisoner in a jar for a long time. She permanently scars someone. So Hermione is not.
But that's just how important Hermione is
I
for
know,
the story.
I know. Can you imagine if Hermione went bad? Oh my god.
It would not have been good.
Bellatrix would have been in trouble.
Ginny
Weasley.
Where would I put her? She's probably a B. B or an A.
I think
I'm leaning more towards B, just because she's not really that big of a character. She doesn't play a huge role.
she plays a much bigger role in the books than she does in the films, for sure.
I mean, in the books, yeah, but
she's a badass in the books.
She is. She's a badass.
Yeah, I'd throw her in B as well.
She's a badass. She's
so
just
like
not
personal
really
feelings about Ginny. Like, she's just kind of there for me. I mean, I like her romance with Harry. I like her as a character, but she doesn't like sing to me.
She's a badass, but she doesn't have a huge impact on the story.
No, she's
apart from book
being
2
Harry's
when she's the damsel in distress.
Yeah. Well, and then she's Harry's love interest and all that.
Well, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm just saying the only time where she has a huge impact, she's
all
not
right,
a
Ron.
badass.
Yeah, I'd put her in B. She's just kind of there. Like I really like all of these characters. It's funny because I like all of them. And I'm like,
that's why I need to be here to temper you.
I know, because I'm like, they're all good. They all are awesome. Yeah, that's true. She was quite mature. She lived with all those boys. Ugh.
Yikes.
That's how she grew such a thick skin, though, I'm sure. I mean, living with Fred and George alone must have toughened her up quite a bit.
That's true. And who was gonna fuck with her? Fred and George are your brothers.
Right?
Who knows what they would do to you?
Right? And Percy.
And Percy, that's true.
He had power. Yeah, that's what I mean. Ginny is fantastic in 5 and 6. She's awesome. Especially, I think, in 6. She's great.
Speaking of Percy,
he's a C for me.
yeah, I pretty much agree. He's C or B, the middle of the road. He was.
I think he's lower than Ginny and Draco.
He's just meh in the beginning. Then he's an awful person. Then he redeems himself.
And it's good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how'd you say it? He just didn't sing to me.
Yeah, me either. He's a C. He's just
He's
like
he's a Dudley.
he's a Dudley.
He's the Weasley's Dudley.
Yep. Very ambitious. Probably could have been a Slytherin.
I kind of wish we saw how Dudley was in the school now, just to know. Like, you think he was super, like, kiss up to the teacher, good student, or do you think he was terrible?
See?
No, Dudley.
Oh, Dudley? Oh, I think he
think-
was terrible in school for a while.
You think he was, or do you think all the teachers loved him? Like, when the teachers were around, he's like, "Hello, Mrs. Whatever. Here's an apple."
I'm sure he was a kiss ass.
And then when they turned their back, he was
beat the shit out of
yeah.
kids. Well, I think he gets in trouble for it at one point.
Oh, when he starts his gang
I think at some point he gets like in trouble for
fighting. When
yeah,
he starts like boxing.
but like I don't think the Dursleys punish him at all, but I think he like gets in trouble at school for it, and then the Dursleys are just like, Dudders can do no wrong.
If he hit a kid, the other kid probably deserved it. Shouldn't have been running his mouth.
But something like it would always be there'd always be an excuse. Ugh.
I forgot I got an image of this person.
This person.
Aunt Marge.
E. Hate her guts. She's awful.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke. What? I mean, but
She's such an
She's
asshole.
a dog person. She can't be all bad.
She's awful.
No.
She sucks. She's terrible. She's an E. Right down there with Vernon and Petunia.
But turning into a balloon helps her rise up the ranks.
No. She sucks.
She was just trying to enjoy a dinner, and then
She
blew up.
She's so mean to Harry. Talks. She did. She's a dog person, but she had a runty puppy drowned.
Oh, you're right. Get her the fuck out of here. Huh. I'm gonna put her like this. She doesn't even deserve to be an E. She's below.
She does that whole thing about how you drown the runts and it's better for them and blah blah blah. Yeah. Yeah, she's horrible.
I'm leaving her down there.
Don't even need to look at that.
No.
Yeah, see. Very funny how that she's a dog person, but
She's not.
But she's not.
Okay.
That was our quickest one.
And Marge is an easy one.
She's awful.
All right. Now we're kind of getting into the range of characters that I think are
Decisive?
not decisive. I think we're going to start having yeah.
Polarizing opinions. Other people might have polarizing opinions. All right, everyone. What do we think of Trelawney? Professor Trelawney. How do we feel about that?
I think she's a great character.
I freaking love Professor
I love
Trelawney. She's awesome. She's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Right? And you got to give her some, because she's right every time.
I know, and no one believes her. It's so good. She's fantastic.
I don't think she's an S tier.
No, I don't think she's an S, but I definitely think she's an A.
An A?
She's awesome. She's awesome.
E.
Trelawney's
He's kind
fantastic.
of there with Ginny for me.
I love. Am I correct to assume that you were born in midwinter? No, I was born in July.
She was right.
She was right about the Horcrux part of Harry.
Yeah, I would say B. I think.
Say A because she's just fun. She's a great character.
I don't know. What does the chat think?
The lightning struck tower. I must tell Professor Dumbledore.
Is she an A or a B?
Yeah, what do you guys think? A or B?
Because I think she's a
yeah,
lot of
I don't
fun,
think she's
but
S. I don't think she's top. Literally everything she's right about it. Just no one believes her. Oh, I would not take the class.
Oh,
No
hell no.
way. God,
Hell
no. But I'd be a beetle on the wall, if you will, to like listen in on that shit.
I see what you did there, Rita.
B. She doesn't know what she's doing half the time.
A, definitely.
Oh, we're getting conflict.
I
we're getting
knew it. I knew these
conflicting-
were gonna start getting a little conflicting.
I know.
Just wait till the next one.
I personally would put her in A. I love her. I think she's great.
She technically could have had a big impact on the story too.
She did.
Well, yeah, but no one believed her. I mean, if people
She
actually
made the
believed her.
prophecy that led Voldemort to pick Harry. She's
All right.
instrumental
The
to
one
the story.
time someone believes her. All right. We'll go with A.
I do think that means you need to move Harry up, though.
No.
Oh,
You chose this for Trelawney.
I did. I love Professor Trelawney. She's fantastic. I'm sorry I keep yawning. Oh my gosh.
So we've kind of had polarizing for the most part. But now
Okay. Oh,
I think
that
it's
is a
time.
that is a large image.
No,
It's a very large image.
now I think about it, I should have resized all these before.
That's all right.
Sirius Black.
Well, I had to compromise and put Harry in A. I wanted to put Harry at the top, but I was not allowed.
He should be in B.
No, that's criminal.
Yeah, I think that's
Serious E, get out of here. No way.
No, definitely not an E.
Yeah, see, Ren is like, move Harry up. And Mike and Ren are like, put Harry at the top. Yeah, see, Harry is top tier.
We have majority rules. I'll move Harry up.
There you go. Put Harry up there. Sirius Black. Okay. Sirius is evil, merciless, inconsistent, hypocritical, incompetent, complete liability, and delusional. Well, Dennis, tell us how you really feel about Sirius. Holy shit. I don't know if I can be objective about Sirius Black.
Look away from his charmingly good looks.
It's not even Gary Oldman. It's the I read Sirius before I saw Sirius in the book in the movies. Like, I love Sirius so much. I don't know if I could be objective. He was like top 10 favorite for the longest time.
Sirius is pretty great. He does have a lot of flaws, though. Like a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's got issues. He's got PTSD. He's like way too spontaneous, and he's depressed, and he's got a lot of problems.
Sirius C at best. I agree. I would probably put him in C. Like
I love the potential of Sirius as well. Like that's what's part of the tragedy of Sirius. he had so much potential, and his life was just
He did try to kill Snape though,
terrible. His
and do
life
it
was just awful.
by having one of his best friends try to murder him.
Are you trying to coerce me into changing my mind by admitting that?
Just throwing out the facts here.
Oh.
Like, he is pretty bad,
Um,
but he does.
he was also 15.
I don't even. I mean, do his best try with Harry. You know, he's trying to redeem himself and make up for it. But like you said, he had PTSD, and he had to
tries his
deal with.
very. I think he tries to the best of his ability that he can with Harry. He just has so many issues.
That's the only reason I would probably put him in C.
Really?
Oh yeah, but that's probably why I would put him in C, because otherwise, everything else altogether, he is definitely like a. I don't think he's E for
Definitely
sure,
not.
but I would put him C.
See, now that we put Trelawney up in A, if we're gonna put Sirius in B, I'd rather put Sirius in A and put Trelawney in B. You like Trelawney more than you like Sirius? You think she's better?
I mean, as a character, I like Sirius more, but like when we're looking at it as from an objective view,
That's what I mean. I can't. I feel like I can't. It's
like let's be.
I can't
like
be
our own
subject or
opinions have
objective.
factored into this a bit.
Yeah, they
but
have a little bit. Okay, fair enough. But I don't. I don't know if I can.
Sirius has a huge impact on the story.
He
He's
does.
an awful person. He doesn't really.
He's not an awful person.
He sent Snape to be murdered by his best friend.
He was a 15-year-old boy who made a decision. He did not think about the consequences. He was just like doing stupid 15-year-old boy things.
Look, I agree. Teenagers cannot make decisions.
That's
they
what
do not understand the
happens.
consequences. But guess what? I knew a lot of teenagers when I was a teenager, and no one tried to kill another teenager.
I don't think he tried to actively kill Snape. I really don't think he actively tried to kill Snape. I really genuinely think he did not think it through. I think he thought, wouldn't it be funny if Snape goes down there and their Lupin is there? Ooh. I don't think he thought, what if Lupin kills him? What would Lupin think if Lupin killed it? Like, I don't think the thought occurred to him. I really don't.
Snape, you want a puppy? Like, no.
Well, yeah, he never really had a chance to emotionally mature. Sirius never had the chance to get any perspective on any of the stuff he'd done because he'd been in prison for forever. Wow, he was a pureblood and violence is in his blood. Oh my.
Technically, yeah. I mean, that's how he was like raised. So again, we have an instance of he was affected by his family views, same as like Dudley or Draco.
I mean, he rejected that though and ran away. But yeah. All right, where are we putting him? I can't argue this because I can't be objective. So I feel like let you guys in the chat decide because
I vote.
I love him so
C,
much.
But I could also see the viewpoint of putting him in D. I do not think he's an E though.
He is not an E.
He's definitely not a B. You can't put him with like Ginny. It's not the same.
Sad. This poor baby boy.
And like Draco,
Does the fact that he can turn into a dog not factor?
not really.
He is a good boy.
Well, yeah, but still.
He like to chase the birdies.
But still.
Oh,
like, I feel bad
I almost
for
had
him,
you.
But
I almost had you with the he chased the birdies.
I'll give you this. He tried to redeem himself. He was just never given the chance to redeem himself.
Yeah,
which is why I gotta put him in C.
Oh, you're gonna put him so low. Oh my god, that hurts me. Just for the record, I don't agree with this, but since the chat is throwing out the serious hate. I'll. I just have to say I don't agree. Sorry, but I was
He's
overruled.
definitely a C.
I would have put him higher than that. But okay, let's just
See,
move on. Let's just move.
I could only see putting him lower.
Wow.
C or D.
No, not D. Definitely not. I agree, Dan. Sirius is at least an A, but everyone else is disagreeing with us, so we're going with what the majority thinks. Dan, you and I can talk about how great
I
Sirius
think
is
Sirius had
another
the
time.
potential to be an A.
Let's just move on.
We're just talking about whether or not they were a good person. Like, I would put Sirius higher, but at the end of the day, we're factoring in all the things from the story.
Okay, I'm still not agreeing with any of you, except for Dan.
You know, fine.
I'm just admitting that I can't be objective about Sirius. I'm sorry. He was. He was Dan. Tonks.
This one's for you, Dan.
Yes, for Dan. Here we go. She's a C for me.
Yeah, honestly, she's like there. She's
Yeah,
middle ground.
Yeah, she's middle ground. I don't have strong feelings one way or the other about her. I know Harry thinks she's cute, but
I know Lupin thinks she's cute.
Dan is like, no. I love Nymphadora until she demands Remus. Fair enough. She's just there for me. I just don't have strong feelings about her one way or the other.
Yeah.
And in the
But
I like her. She's a great character because they're all great characters, but
she's like middle ground, but she's also like positive middle ground. So I think B.
positive.
Yeah, because we have like Percy, Dudley, and Sirius. They're like middle ground, but they're middle ground because of their negatives.
She's
Tonks
middle ground
doesn't
because
really
she's
have a lot of. She didn't
negative.
do any.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
She's just there.
she doesn't really have any vices. She's just a character.
She's just a character, man. Yeah, you can put her there. I'd say C is fine.
Like her biggest
She
story
does
arc
get really
is
whiny.
she's Remus's love interest. That's all we really know. She's Teddy's mom.
Yeah. Yeah, we can put her there. That's fine. I like Draco more than I like her, to be honest with you, as a character. He's more interesting.
Yeah, he just has more character development, really.
Yeah. Well, he's a more major character in the story. Yeah, for
100%.
sure. Oh no, not Remus's love interest. Who? Oh, all right, Dan. Here we go. How do we all feel about Remus Lupin?
I'd probably put him B or A. Maybe A. Because he teaches Harry
I would put him
a
in
lot.
A. I would put him in A because of how important he is to Harry.
Yeah.
And how much he does give Harry in terms of growth.
And the only like negative to his character is he almost runs away from his child.
And he's incredibly insecure. He's got low self-esteem, like big time.
Yeah. Is that his fault?
I mean, he leads a very hard life, so like I get it. He's a very noble character. I'd put him in an A. I would not put him top.
Yeah, he's not S class, but definitely
Top level.
worthy of an A.
Worthy of an A for sure. He's a noble character until he's pushed into a relationship he does not want. This is so funny how Dan is. He's gotta talk about it. He's gotta talk about it.
We'll put him in C for catfished.
He's very important to Harry, and he's very instrumental to the story. And it is crushing when he dies. All of that.
Right, I thought some of these characters would be a little bit harder, but I feel like we're pretty
kind of making good time.
Yeah, we're in agreement for most of these.
All right.
Here's going to be a quick answer.
Here we go.
McGonagall.
Absolute
S-class.
legend. Don't even have to discuss it. Absolute top tier.
She's not even in a class. She is the class.
Yeah, McGonagall
Just-
way.
She is
way
the
at
top class.
She is. Your McGonagall class is what it's. Yeah, it's absolutely. You don't even have to. No explanation necessary.
Yeah.
She's all the way at the top. Minerva McGonagall can't even top Minerva McGonagall. She's fantastic.
Dumbledore wishes.
He could be as awesome as McGonagall.
McGonagall was the backup. Dumbledore was just there to, stop Voldemort if need be. But if he failed, McGonagall was there.
She would have kicked his ass.
You don't drop your nukes right away, You gotta send in the avant-garde.
The what?
What?
The what?
Avant-garde?
What type of art?
What am I thinking of?
The Vanguard.
Vanguard, yes.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry, I just have this thing where I'm an idiot. So,
I understand. It's fine. I'm used to it.
I went to public school. I have an excuse.
I did too.
Well, be careful. You might catch it.
Oh no.
All right, let's see.
All right. Next. That was very quick judgment from all parties. No doubts there at all.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mad Eye Moody. How do we feel about Mad Eye Moody, everyone? Chester thinks you're funny.
Chester. I try. Mad Eye Moody is... Man, I want to say he's one of the most memorable characters, but he doesn't have like a huge impact on Harry because the most impact he has is when it's Barty Crouch Jr.
It's not even Moody.
Yeah. Like when it's actually Moody, he's just kind of there,
He's a B for me.
See, I might have put him as an... Yeah.
He's a B.
Yeah, I think B. A or B.
I wouldn't put him up in A. I wouldn't put him on the same level as Lupin.
No, like I was saying, like
He's
he's a
middle of the
great
road for
character,
me.
but he just doesn't have an impact on the story.
He does. It's just not.
It's not him.
Yeah.
This is true Moody, not
Not Crouch Moody.
yeah.
He's just there, but he's not on the lower middle because he's like he doesn't have as many negative traits, I guess.
He's a really memorable character too, Constant vigilance.
He is. He's very standout. He like his whole look and everything is very distinct, but he's just kind of there for me. Dennis is like, "Wait, you moved Harry. Why did you move Harry?"
Because I was voted off the island, that's why. Everyone was so mad at me. All right, actually, since we're on this topic. Oh no, I can't find him now.
What are you looking for?
Hold on, I'll find him and I'll tell you.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh. All right. That image, why? Akash says, Moody is a little nutsy cuckoo. Nutsy cuckoo. I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, jeez, he is crazy,
He
but
is a
that's
crazy.
part of what makes him so great.
Oh, yeah, that's what part of the fun.
But all right, Barty Crouch Jr.,
Barty Crouch.
the lip licker himself. Try saying that 10 times.
You ruined it. Literally a giant D-bag. Like, he's terrible.
But he taught Harry a lot.
Listen, Rowling had to kill him because if she didn't, Voldemort would have won. His plan was so good.
He was the only Death Eater whose plan actually worked.
That was what I'm saying. He was, yeah, smart, worthy, loyal, competent, right under Dumbledore's nose the whole time. I'm telling you, he was too good. Rowling had to kill him.
He was. I
Also, to reuse a phrase, little nutsy cuckoo.
extremely nutsy
It's a
cuckoo.
little nutsy cuckoo. Oh,
Voldemort's #1 fan.
yeah.
Bellatrix only wishes.
She was as loyal.
You know, I would probably.
Barty gets an A from Dan. I feel like Dennis ranks him pretty high.
I was gonna say, I think he is mid, maybe high mid tier. You know, he's between C and A for me.
He's also like a really good teacher to Harry.
That's what I mean. He actually taught Harry a lot.
I
So you're just
know. This
saying,
is
like,
very-
Moody didn't really teach him anything. It
know.
was him.
Barty Crouch taught all those kids a lot.
Yeah.
He's so evil, but
He should have just given up the evil life and became a teacher.
I'm convinced Rowling had to kill him because he was too smart. He was too good.
He had a big influence. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely as evil as the E tiers, but I think I would put him in A.
Yeah.
Great character, super evil, but he taught Harry a lot.
Too good to stay alive.
Yeah.
He's literally the catalyst for the entire book 4 plot. It's him the entire time. It's nuts.
I almost want to put him as S tier.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't know about that.
He does like everything. I don't know. We'll keep him in A, and then we'll go.
Dementor says his soul was spicy. Okay. All right. Here we go. Next,
Bellatrix Lestrange.
absolute legend.
She's pretty great.
An absolute legend.
She's almost on the tier with Barty Crouch Jr. on
think
levels of like evilness and just being an interesting character. But well, she does teach Harry something. She teaches Harry that he has to mean it when he uses the unforgivables.
Yeah. She does. She's also a crazy brilliant witch. Like she's so skilled.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous. So sadistic. Like
I think I would say D. I'd put her with Narcissa. Well, yeah.
she does enjoy torturing people. It is a good time for her.
I think just because she's so completely evil, she does technically teach Harry some stuff. And just she has like as much, if not less, time on the page as Narcissa. And I feel like people like her more.
People love
like-
Bellatrix.
That's what I mean.
Bellatrix
She just
is one
leaves
of
a better
Melanie's,
impression.
Bellatrix is
Maybe
one of
not
Melanie's
a better
favorite characters.
impression, but you know what I mean.
Like I think
Bigger
Bellatrix
impression.
Bellatrix is top 10 for Melanie.
Yeah, she's.
She's awesome.
I'm gonna say D.
I would put her at the top.
Well, you would put her at the top, but you wouldn't put Barty Crouch Jr.
I think she's got the edge a little bit as far as being like interesting as a character. We do have all the evil people down here.
Just because she's interesting as a character, but she's very much just like she's second to Voldemort. Like she isn't like a main part, you know? Like Barty Crouch Jr., like you said, like the book 4 story is all because of him.
Yeah.
Bellatrix
It's all
is
possible
just
because of him.
there to show up and, kill Sirius.
Shit.
Yeah.
Be evil.
And get fucked up by
Ooh,
Molly.
ooh, ooh. She did murder Dobby.
Fucking E.
That was bad.
E.
Yeah, she did kill Sirius too. She did kill Sirius.
No, I'm not just gonna put her in E for that. Like, she's evil. Yeah, we put Lucius down there. I think we gotta put her.
Yeah, okay,
She
that's
doesn't
fair.
have as much of an impact on the story as, say, Narcissa. And definitely, Narcissa is way less evil.
She killed Dobby. That's a tough one for me. Like that's where I'm like, she killed Dobby. That's bad. That's very bad.
I mean, yeah, that does.
That was
I'm just looking at like how big of an impact she has on the story, though.
I mean, Dobby's death was very impactful for Harry.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But
You know what? You know,
do you
what she did
attribute that
to Dobby was unforgivable.
Now, do you attribute that to Bellatrix for killing Dobby, or do you attribute it to Dobby for being such a good person, well, house elf, that he would build up those feelings in Harry? Because I think we can all agree where
Dobby asked for it. Okay.
I think we all agree where
go over
Mr.
there.
Dobby should go.
The Hedwig.
Fucking S tier.
That's right. Dobby is top level. Top level Dobby.
How many times he did almost kill Harry many times though too.
Yes,
But
he did.
saved him more. And it came out of a place of love.
He loved Harry so unconditionally. Dobby was so brave.
Dobby is an A.
Dobby is an A. Dobby asked for it. Dobby asked for what? To die? What? No. Dobby is pure and lovely and kind.
I think whether he asked for it or not, like, he had too big of an impact on Harry's life.
Oh my god, he had a huge impact on Harry. This rest in peace, Dobby. This Christmas I'm going to buy 2 uneven socks. Good for you.
What do we think? A or S? Because we know Dobby's up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess guys, A or S. I have to get up for a second. I have to use the bathroom. Sorry, just announce that on the screen.
Because, I mean, yeah, Dobby did try to kill Harry a couple times. He didn't kill him. So yeah, he did break his arm. But that was only the second worst thing that happened to Harry that day, thanks to Lockhart. Oh, I forgot Lockhart. We're going to have to do a part 2 of this, I think. Because it's nearing the end of the stream and we're 32 characters deep. Oh no, sorry, 28. I don't know why my picture started at image 4. Saying A, he's a great character, but I like Creature more. Ooh, that's... Yep. We'll put him down on A for now. And why don't we bring in his competition? Oh yeah. I forgot Creature looked like this in the movie. Because that is not really how I pictured Creature.
Oh, you mean stupid?
Yeah, something like that. Hey, boy.
Okay, sorry everybody. Um I love Creature.
Creature is without a doubt S tier.
Absolute legend.
Because as much as he hated everyone and bigoted he was, he never tried to kill anyone. I mean, unless you count the maggots they sent to Harry. Try to
About the maggots he sent to Harry.
food poison.
Well, Sirius, the whole thing with Sirius, he did betray them pretty bad.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's bad.
He was also traumatized, PTSD from, you know.
Oh my God,
Wrong AB.
Regulus! What happened to Regulus? Yeah, that was terrible. If we put Dobby in A, I would want to put Creature in A with them.
That's kind of the debate I was expecting, because it's like, do we put Dobby in A and then Creature in S? Or do
Oh,
kind of feel like they're pretty even?
right now, please. Yeah, I feel like they're. Let's put them next to each other for now.
Both in A?
Yeah, let's put them. Let's put them next to each other. We have like no one in the D section. We might be biased here.
Some of the characters are just polarizing. I don't know.
This is a weird ranking that we've done because we've got some of these like characters down here, but they're such great characters, but they're so terrible. We're this is just I think vibing. This is how we're ranking them by vibes, I guess. I don't know.
Kind of taking into account, like, not only whether they're good or bad, but how they're written and how they impact the story.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is why, like, Barty Crouch Jr. ends up being in A tier, because
Because
he is as bad as anyone in E tier, maybe even worse. But we wouldn't have Goblet of Fire if it wasn't for him. Like, the whole story is based around him and
but
his
I mean,
actions.
by that token, then Bellatrix does kill Sirius. That's kind of big. She does kill Dobby. That's kind of big.
So do you think we should move her up?
Eh.
I mean, originally I
She
said
ha-
to put her next to Narcissa.
Um. Yeah, that actually would put Umbridge way up there too. She's a huge impact on the story because Order of the Phoenix wouldn't happen
Phoenixes.
without Umbridge. Yeah.
All right, so are we moving some characters up? Maybe Bellatrix and Umbridge.
Maybe we should. Or maybe we're just thinking about this too much. I don't know.
I think we're thinking about a little too much. I mean, this isn't like too serious, but
Let's leave it how it is. We're going to end up having to do a part 2 anyway. So let's just leave it how it is and maybe get one more character in before we go. Oh, buffering again. Oh no.
oh no. That's so weird because it says like the stream.
Oh, maybe we're good now. Maybe we're good now. Oh, Nan says I think
Okay.
can you do part 2 tomorrow? Probably not.
Just have to do it later, but we could probably do it. It's up to you though.
Not
'Cause
gonna
you
be able.
gotta-
I have to work like 12 hours on Saturday. I'm not gonna be able to do it. We won't be able to do it tomorrow. But maybe we can do one more character before we take it away.
Want to do that? One more character.
One more character, and then we'll have to
Do we want like a
a big bang,
Big Bang or
somebody off the beat, off the wall. What do you think? A big character or someone more minor?
I've kind of been saving some of the big ones for like the end because
Yeah.
they're just very polarizing.
No, tomorrow is Friday, but I work a long day on Saturday. So,
All day Friday, and then we wouldn't be able to do the stream tomorrow night on Friday until late.
Yep.
And then she has to wake up early on Saturday.
yeah. Yeah. Snape, Fudge. I bet you've been saving Snape for a massive disagreement in the chat. Um,
Yeah, I've kind of been putting off Snape because that's gonna be a big one.
I don't. We can't do Snape right now. We got like
You
only a few.
sure?
No, we can't because it's going to invoke too much conversation. So we got to do Snape next time.
All right, then we'll do the other suggestion.
All right, let's do it. Last character for the night. Uh, Corn Fudge himself, Minister for Magic. How do we feel about Corn Fudge?
All right, if we're basing stuff off of like impact on the story and everything, I think he's got to kind of be up there.
Uh, Rowling
Although,
Fudge. Oh, do I detect some Farscape language, Dan?
although I don't know if this makes him worse or better, but like his evilness comes from ignorance and like just
Cowardice.
laziness almost. He doesn't want to deal with it.
He's also prejudiced.
So I kind of want to put him way at the bottom because he's a villain, but he's not even a villain for like good reasons.
He's a villain for specific reasons. He's in Malfoy's back pocket. He low key supports pureblood agendas. He's a coward.
Which is fine and like realistic politician reasons, but
He's a realistic bad guy.
he's not like, you know, I mean, I guess Umbridge is kind of a realistic bad guy, but she's a realistic bad guy to such an extreme, it makes her a great character. And then Bellatrix is just a total psychopath.
Yeah,
which makes
Bellatrix
her
is
great.
just evil to the core,
And then
sadist.
Barty Crouch Jr. is a genius evil psychopath.
Yep.
And then Fudge is just like, I am evil by doing nothing against the evil that I see.
Yep. It makes me nervous. The road maybe because he's impactful.
I'm seeing a D. I think he could be a D.
With Rita Skeeter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see
because they're
that.
kind of the same. You know, Rita Skeeter doesn't try to be evil,
She just
but
kinda,
it's just her.
just kind of happens.
It's her. It's her looking the other way,
Sorry.
and that's what Fudge does.
Yeah, he looks the other way. Yeah, you're right. He's very insecure about Dumbledore. He refuses to acknowledge Voldemort has returned for political reasons and because he's just scared. He kind of propels like the big lie kind of thing. It's the whole like misinformation big lie kind of thing that's really terrible. Yeah, he sucks. He sucks. He's prejudiced. Yeah, Fudge sucks. Fudge is a stinker.
Put him in D. But I think with that being said, before we go, I think we should figure out where Umbridge is because she's definitely above Fudge.
As far as story impact,
Story
etc.
impact and just character development, better character overall.
Yeah, she's so potent in the story, and people like hate her, hate her.
So maybe since we put Barty Crouch Jr. in A, maybe put her in B? Or do you think she would be S tier?
Shocked by Amber's like I am shocked by some of these choices.
Please let us know which choices.
Well, yeah.
Right
tell
now
us.
we're kind of like looking over it and rethinking a couple of them.
Yeah, for sure. She's just such a crazy character. Do you say she's on par with Barty Crouch Jr., but in a different way?
No, because she's probably just as crazy and just as evil.
She's not as
But
brilliant though.
yeah, her plans are just dumb. Like there's no finesse to her strategies. She's just brute force.
She's a paper pusher, is what she is. We moved Harry up to S. We moved Harry to the top. I feel like we just kind of started this with like, well, if they're evil, they go down here. We don't like them, but now we're like, well, impact of this, like, we kind of meandered a little bit. Yes,
I think it was
we
Barty
moved Harry
Crouch
to the
Jr.
top.
because he's just such a great character.
Yeah, Barty Crouch was
bottom.
just like, oh, we can't put him down there. He's just too brilliant and too impactful through the whole story, and that's kind of what Umbridge is for Order of the Phoenix. But I think Order of the Phoenix is a little more complicated because, um, it's not just Umbridge. There's like other mechanics at work. You know what I mean?
So I think I would put Umbridge maybe B.
We can put her up there for now. I will have order.
Because she has the same level of evil as like Barty Crouch.
It's just a different flavor.
She's just dumb.
I don't think she's dumb. I just don't think she's brilliant like he is. But I definitely don't think she's dumb.
Dumber.
She needs the wheel of the ministry, the machine of the she needs the machine of the ministry behind her. Yeah. Is what it is. Whereas Barty Crouch Jr. is just like sitting in his dad's house plotting shit. Like and comes up with that. Like this is nuts.
She's the most hated character, but that's what
She
makes her
really
like a
is.
great character.
Yeah, that's
because
why
she's
people
not
love
even
her.
the like big villain.
And people hate her more than any other character.
Like that's just shows how well of a villain Rowling was able to write with her.
Yeah. And that's what makes people like Umbridge so awful is they thrive in times of fear and corrupt bad government. That's what's awful about her.
I feel like the middle is just weird because you have some characters who are here because they're so bad they're good, and then we also have some characters that are just so meh.
Yeah.
And then other characters that kind of redeem themselves.
And then other things that just make sense, like Hedwig.
Yeah.
No discussion
like tops
there.
and bottom, like all that makes sense, but
Leave Marge exactly where she is.
yeah. Which is awful. Forget Marge.
No, she's terrible. I did it like multiple times. I did it several times. Several times.
Maybe it was when it was buffering at some point.
Oh, maybe. Duh.
So
For now, this is a great start, and I wish we had more time to finish. But it is late, and I gotta go to work early in the morning.
and I didn't realize just how many characters there really were.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll be doing a part 2 to this.
We will be doing a part 2.
Because that's probably only about half the characters.
That is,
we didn't even get to like a lot of the main characters. I was saving them for last.
I know we did the golden trio, but
not the platinum trio.
not the the platinum trio is what you call them. Well, one of them.
McGonagall, Dumbledore, and Snape.
They're the platinum trio.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, we did one of them,
that's true.
and we did one of the silver trio. We did Ginny.
That's true too.
So we just have Luna and Neville. Couldn't think of Neville's name for a minute. Oh man. Ooh. Also got to add Nagini to this.
Yeah, Nagini, and then like Marvolo, Merope.
Oh, going like way to the edge.
We
Oh,
gotta
the
do all the
characters.
characters.
We do gotta do all the characters. Gotta do Mundungus Fletcher, um, Crab and Goyle,
We might need to do a second chart.
Cho Chang. Yeah, right. We might need a new one because space is limited already. But hopefully you guys all had fun.
Bronze trio, Draco, Crab, and Goyle.
Uh,
I call them iron, maybe wood.
the wood trio, the iron
Rust trio.
Draco. Did you pay the iron price for that? No.
Kidding me?
I paid the gold price, father. Good boy.
I was gonna say like the
Lucius
Gaunts.
wouldn't.
The
Lucius
Gaunts would
would
be
not.
the Ironborn.
Oh my god, they would do.
But on that note,
The Malfoys are totally the Lannisters. Yeah, on that note, we're gonna call it good for tonight. Thank you everyone for joining us while we had this convoluted character discussion and ranking. It has been fun, and we will do part 2 very soon.
everyone, take care. Have a good night.
And yes, we will see you next week.